Flatten all the asses and prioritize the top scars. Only kind of heroin for Bioware's black tar. Identity graffiti, IP studio dies. Unnecessary non-binary propagandize. Activist inject queer tits disappear. Gay dev here stay drooling on their headgear. No DLC, of course. You wash your hands. Good luck selling future games with no fans. Checkpoint betas has the bonfire well met. She likes horns and Bowser and Baphomet. Force androgyny because you like the smoke crack. The only time they fantasize about you's near train tracks. Modern audience demographic selected. Woke stains cannot be disinfected. Sabotage profit with political correctness. Remove choice cause no one will naturally select this. Mainstream media's dead, what can I say? Peanut the squirrel murdered new Harambe. Shill blowjobs won't save a dead franchise. Unqualified DEI demise. Shinichiro Watanabe said you're gonna carry that weight. Dick and balls having developers wanna menstruate incomplete like Batman without Pennyworth already in the books, but go ahead and get your money's worth. Hello, beta testers. Like and subscribe to join over 108,000 people who did not pay for the queer propaganda developers are claiming is escape entertainment. Dragon Age Veilguard, the no DLC plan gender identity lecture, is so bad it avoided de novo in the hopes of more players. Coping journalists must resort to inventing measuring sticks to hopefully paint Veilguard in a flattering light, and they've compared Steam numbers of old Dragon Age games while failing to mention that the games didn't come to Steam for a number of years after launch. It's actually identical to these journalists lack integrity enough to report on Sweet Baby, but deliberately fail to mention the harassment campaign that they led against Cabrutus. SBI is currently partnering with Powell Group to further ingratiate themselves and spread their unpopular political cancer, but very recently Powell seems to have scrubbed SBI mention from their pages. I wonder if it's the Sweet Baby treatment that some journos have been mentioning. These are what successes look like. The numbers don't lie. But shill journalists needed to convince people to buy the slop, so in the same way they gang up to attack Wukong claiming it lacks diversity after claiming misogyny and sexual harassment, when in reality it was an activist mistranslating who went on to claim that they hate white people and that you should just illegally download this game because F that studio. Jesus, man. An entity who self-identifies as a queerosexual gendermancer has bestowed the studio-killing cringe of a lifetime in Dragon Age the Veilguard. They had the opportunity to prove me wrong and show that the woke cult could resist forcefully inserting their ideology where it made no sense and frankly did not fit, an experience that must be all too familiar to them. Hiring identically minded dyed hair activists was only ever going to result in this up-your-ass adventure that will accidentally serve as a time capsule of how pathetically narcissistic you and the people that you've hired exactly like you are. A failure so suffocating that I might feel shame for mentioning the irony if it were your intent to represent yourself. The oppression Olympics, the gaslighting, the distortion of people's meaning when some of us choose our words so carefully. You're proving impossible to engage with in good faith because if you could go back in time, you'd ruin it all over again because the message matters to you and your cult more than anything. If I were to be generous, hilariously so, and say that the game earned $50 million, it didn't. Would that put a dent in this over $200 million wasted investment that they spent over 8 years developing? As a musician or a vocalist, you learn quickly that some people cannot play by ear or match a pitch. They cannot, quote, carry a tune. Sometimes there's a big list of can'ts. This recognition is not mean or offensive unless you can't take criticism, something many of us can clock about these dyed hair types from afar. Sensitive, but not in the ways that heighten awareness or perception. Those would be skills. In the writing department, the skills seem to be severely lacking, lending to accidental comedy, entertainment. And you know that they didn't want that. They wanted to make you feel uncomfortable, like that other lady who got fired. Do you remember her?
I could kiss you right now. I'm going to kiss you right now.
Jesus Christ, man.
You're barely even wearing a shirt.
So what I wear is a problem for you?
So what I wear is a problem for you.
It's not. It's just... Why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy? It's just something my mother said the other day. That I act more like a man than a woman. I am not my mother. It feels... right. When she says I act more like a man.
Oh my god.
It feels...
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Why does it feel right?
Do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
If something about being a woman is hurting you,
And not feeling comfortable in their own skin? As a man, as a woman?
Oh my god.
Turn her into something blighted and ugly and wrong. Something she was never supposed to be.
They don't even know what they're saying right there.
I can't even be a woman right. Are you trying to have sex with me? So I'm non-binary. Is it because I didn't fit
Okay.
as a woman? Is it why I don't fit as a
My
woman?
god.
Tosh.
Oh my god.
The shadow dragons say there are people who use they instead of he or she.
Oh my
They're
god.
not men or women.
Okay.
And I like how it feels when I imagine myself that way.
What does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on. Quick, think about us having sex. So now we need to figure out if it's cash lock or Tom lock. Then maybe think about them for fun. Tom lock is serious. Like you wanna grab that and taste its neck right by the collarbone. Not a woman. Or a man. The shadow dragons had some fancy terms, but using they and knowing that, it feels good. I just have to break something, and I can get stuck in arguments, needing things to be a certain way. So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit, even if I feel wrong? Dragons wouldn't have kings. They'd have queens.
Maker's panties. I was so proud.
Did you just misgender?
They're still holding it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
What are you doing?
Yeah, show you're
Pulling
sorry.
above.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pulling
okay.
a brap.
a barv.
A brap.
When one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling above.
And don't you ever misgender again.
Oh, Tarsh isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours. Huh. Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants. Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a barv, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're sorry, though?
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh, you know, I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose. They feel so bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Say, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well, I know what I have to do. I'm pulling a barv. 1, 2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
I say, we do not bend the knee. To the patrons and the sponsors, I love you to death, and if you made it this far, please consider liking and joining, and I just appreciate you. gonna focus on some good games that I'm anticipating for the next video, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. Talk to you soon.